Hey, yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson, and you are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio, son. G.
Promises, but all you do is promise demise. Dark in the skies, harbor hearts with arsonist eyes. Arsonist dies, heart and mind on opposite sides. Can't defibrillate, I indicate a sparks of deprived. I hope you notice that despite your gorgeousness, that you caused this shit. Said we was aligned, but now the lines are clogged. You curving all my cars and shit. Female friends, they tell me I sound desperate cause I'm reaching out. Didn't think you'll be about all that shit you read about in bitter posts. Been opposed to splitting souls, but shit, my toes got worn in on these hidden rows that's been exposed. I went to the strip club after you dissed us and split up, but I had an epiphany. See, all that shit you give to me, I got from a stripper. Then I dipped and didn't miss her. Asked myself, how did it differ? I gave her dollars for pleasure. I gave you knowledge letters, chocolates and sweaters. Time and my effort, and you promised you'd be together, but lied to me.
You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time. You're buying me flowers whose petals are about to die. You're making me promises upon promises, and promises the promise of life. You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time.
Well, I'll admit it, you really took a piece of my heart, a thief in the dark. Some shit I should've seen from the start is that we really had no reason embarking on this journey. Besides that I felt unworthy and thought that you never hurt me. Plus you're so sexy, my body is so sexy. And I owe you pennies for your thoughts when we ain't talk, cause you show me panties like an ox. I'm plugging in and make it louder while we smoking on that sour, discussing definitions of power. Chakras aligning in universes. It was me and you versus the world, and now it's me and you versus a whirlwind. I guess that's how worlds end. Promises by marriage and couple of babies, damaged by the passions of time. A couple of maybes, coupled with the crazy thoughts about me smashing some dimes. Ask myself why, if I don't love myself, then I can never love you. And I ain't loved myself since I loved you. Yes, it's true. If I don't love myself, then I can never love you. And I ain't loved myself since I loved you.
You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time. You're buying me flowers whose petals are about to die. You're making me promises upon promises, and promises the promise of life. You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time. You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time. You're buying me flowers whose petals are about to die. You're making me promises upon promises, and promises the promise of life. You're selling me hours when you know you don't have the time. Hey.
And yes, sir, welcome back to Wilson Block 100 Radio. It's your boy, Mistah Wilson. Excuse me. And we got to go ahead and lay in on, Joe Biden real quick, okay? The news article reads that he has signed 42 executive actions, okay, orders, if you will, since taking office, okay? I turned 31 the day before he took office. And, the article goes on to explain what each of the orders does, okay? And I took the liberty of go ahead and skimming through it. And, I came across one in the equity column that was a little alarming, okay? There's an executive order on advancing racial equity and support for underserved communities through the federal government. This rescinds the Trump administration's 1776 commission and directs agencies to review their actions to ensure racial equity. Okay, cool, whatever. Executive order on preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. Okay, pretty much just carrying on everything they worked on in the Obama administration, where, all the homos got all these protections and rights, and, their whole plight has been equated to what black folks go to, what actual human beings go through, okay? And here's the order that I found quite alarming, okay? A memorandum, okay, condemning and combating racism, xenophobia, and intolerance against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the United States. Okay, it says that it acknowledges the rise in discrimination against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the past year, directing HHS to consider issuing guidance on best practices to improve, quote-unquote, cultural competency, language access, and sensitivity towards AAPIs, okay, in the federal government's COVID-19 response. The memorandum also directs the Department of Justice to partner with Asian American and Pacific Islander communities to prevent hate crimes and harassment. Okay, now I just got to go ahead and say this. Now, I don't know what world they're living in, okay, but it's just interesting. You know, this is the great example of the fine line between black people and people of color. Okay, now black people are people of color. Sure, we get that. Okay, but the people of color that are not, you know, quote unquote, black people. Okay, you know, this is where black people again are shorted. Okay, you mean to tell me you made an executive order condemning racism against Asian Americans as if, you know, Asian Americans have been getting gunned down by police. Okay. The way that black folks have. And I just find it funny how, you know, he comes straight from the Obama administration. He's president now. And sure enough, he's just doing the same shit. We're not even going to talk about, you know, just all of the orders that he's been, you know, just the historical amount of orders that he's put into effect. Okay. Listen, I'm 31 and I've said this. We not going for it. We not rolling. Okay. We will stand against this shit, man. And you know what? I think it's just, you know, if you really just pay attention to what's going on, if you really just scratch the surface, you can see that, you know, the world ain't for us, man. But it is what it is, man. It's your boy, Mistah Wilson, Wilson Block 100 Radio. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. And until next time, I'm out.
I don't want to talk about it. Get it off my back. I don't wanna dance around the subject. You and I both know better than that. I tried to make the best of it, but in the end it didn't really mean much. Leave me with a fiddle, sitting by the piano, breathing in the dust. My dog died.
When you were 6.
Really? I guess I've never gotten over it. Dark cloud constantly hovering over me. I've been a bad seed ever since the ovaries. Mama looked at me and told me what it was. Said boy's got a shadow big enough to block the sun. When it's all said and done, I'm comfortable and numb to the fact that I'm constantly sweating under the gun. But it's worth it, ain't it? My friends think I'm famous. My manager wants to put his foot inside of my anus. Haven't got a decent night's sleep now in ages, and all I got to show is empty loose leaf pages. It piles up, but that's the life that I'm used to. Pressing up against the knife with a loose screw. Sing the blues and everybody assumes you could use a little old-fashioned down-home talking too. I don't wanna talk about it. Get it off my back. I don't wanna dance around the subject. You and I both know better than that. I tried to make the best of it, but in the end it didn't really mean much. Leave me with a fiddle, sitting by the piano, breathing in the dust. My truck broke.
You ride the bus.
Well, it never showed up and it really sucked. Stormwater constantly filling my cup. Been a hot mess ever since I was just a pup. Papa looked at me and told me what it is. Said boy's got a weight on his shoulders no one can lift. Tried a couple times and honestly I admit it's a bitch, but I kind of appreciate what it did, cause it's worth it. Yeah, the world gets a laugh when my girl's telling me I could benefit from a quack. Haven't got a moment in forever and a half, and they wonder why I'm drinking like a pirate in a crash ship. That's it, no more, no less. You should learn to be as comfortable with your mess. Sing the blues and everybody expects they could be the one to save you from the depths. I don't wanna talk about it. Get it off my back. I don't wanna dance around the subject. You and I both know better than that. I tried to make the best of it, but in the end it didn't really mean much. Leave me with a fiddle, sitting by the piano, breathing in the dust.
Dominance to MC. Shout outs to the Wilson Block magazine. We dealing with the urgent state of the world. So where do we go from here? I'll tell you where we go from here. All these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? All these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? A man got popped over a couple hots. They emptied the clip, not just a couple shots. We glorify killing like it's the way of living. We promote drugs, is what we feed our children. The new generation tell you what's hip now. They popping the pills and getting lit now. We say it's all good long as they acting social. We keeping our distance, so watch who will approach. We teaching the youth to not trust each other. It's okay, it's the norm, that's just the way we go. I'm not worried about me, I got a son now. He's a special breed and can be the one now that they put on the news for the lack of love for blacks. We still at war with each other, I think the shit is whack. Now everyone's screaming about black lives, but I see through the lies and all the fake cries. They market our pain just to make a dollar, but still taking our lives to create a bigger problem. War on the reason to exterminate. We disowning the flag and we gon' burn the hate. They under a spell looking to disrupt the right path of God, but we gon' level up. Submit our positions of power to work for their systems. In the path of evil, the slave in their prison. Yeah. Gonna make it out the struggle, y'all. For real. All these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? All these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? All these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? The way that we live is making it hard to breathe. Reality TV is making it hard to see the truth and what we should all glorify. Don't keep up with them, just look up to the sky. The answer is there, just look a little closer. Use your own mind, don't go off what someone told you. Follow your heart and you will see the light. I'm so overwhelmed, it's hard to sleep at night. Get on your path to healing and get your liberation. Don't wait on the world, cause you just gonna be waiting. Ain't nobody perfect, we stereotypical. But I still wrote the song so you remember who really want change, detached from these ways. Give them all the glory and give them all the praise. We running in circles and running out of love. We lust for the flesh because they lack thereof. Respect for ourselves and for one another. Just turn on the news and watch us kill each other. Before you judge somebody, make sure you judge yourself. Let love and let live and you shall prevail. Yeah, these shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here? Shallow messages got me really questioning if I really belong here. Tell me what's wrong here. So where do I go from here?